Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey friends, good morning and happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. Happy to be here with you today, and I'm grateful for you, grateful that you're here as well. You know, we'll get my words figured out here eventually. It's Tuesday. We're the last week of August already. September just around the corner. It is absolutely crazy how quick time is flying. Kids are already back in school. It's been a madhouse around here for the past couple weeks. We still got a few weeks to go of this back to school season for us. It's our biggest time of year. This is like our first Christmas of the year. So super big season, super exciting to get all these young kiddos on their starting their life path in music. So it's really cool. But happy to have you with us. For those of you new to the show, this is Wake Up with Greg. I'm here every week. Depends on the day. Usually it's Fridays. Currently we're on Tuesdays, but we'll probably be going back to Fridays here in a few weeks. 9 a.m. normally. Now we're at 8:30. I know, it's just a lot of confusing information. It is what it is. We'll get through it, but I'm just happy that you're here. But we do this every week, and we are here to share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. Instruments available to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or on our Reverb page at reverb.com, or by giving us a call at 417-882-7000. And you can take any of these beauties home. I've got a couple of interesting instruments, a trio actually. One I know for a fact you've never seen on the show. We've got a couple of oboes and we've got a piccolo. So I only had 2 oboes in house, so I needed to grab something that kind of went along with the theme. So we've got oboes and piccolos to show you, and some really amazing pieces at that. Just a reminder for all you folks out there, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, hit the bell icon, do all of those button push things that you got to do to help us out, and it allows us to put better content out there for you and more of it. So, because that's what you want, is more of me. And speaking of more of me, tomorrow, what's on the bench with Rufus in our repair shop? You'll be checking that out. We do that at 9:30. Is that right? 9:30 tomorrow on this same channel right here. Check out a live stream from our repair shop, and you can see all of our amazing techs there doing some really cool stuff, fixing your instruments. So you can see what goes on there. So looking forward to that. And as just as a reminder also, you know, talking about the horns and the website and all that, if you want to make an appointment with any one of us, anything you see on our website, and you want to make an appointment to talk to somebody about that particular instrument, in my case it would be brass and woodwind instruments, but you know, any of the guitars and the drums and the amps and pedals and all that kind of stuff, you can make an appointment with any one of us here in the company and come on in and get some personalized treatment. So check out the website. The links are on there to do that, so that would be really cool to do. I think that's all the news that's fit to print, so we're going to dive into some cool instruments here. By the way, again, if you're new to the show, we also share a lot of other stuff, not just instruments, but we talk about music, we talk about art, literature, food, travel, you name it, whatever's kind of on my mind for the day. So stay tuned for that. We've got some fun things in store there. And I think, is that all I think that's all the stuff. That's all the stuff. Let's say good morning to Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
He's nice and quiet in the background there, just waiting for me to shut up so we can get the show on the road here. So how are things in your world, my friend?
Oh, they're busy, but good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got a lot of live streams and stuff going on?
Lots of live streams, lots of videos to edit.
First time out at a rental display, right? Did that
Yes.
this week or last week?
Yes, it was. So I don't know the difference. It was more of like a parent night. They were like walking the parents through the portal and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know how different that is from like a rental display.
Yeah,
But
well, there's a couple different kinds. We do the ones which it's kind of a hybrid display, or one that's just a parent night where we just explain the program and then say, go to the website, we'll deliver your horns later.
Yeah.
Or the main big displays are like when we take all of the horns and like 50
Yeah.
people and sit down and write out paper contracts and get the horns into the hands of the kids. So those are what's going on in Oklahoma this week, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy out there. We've tried to streamline it a bit with the hybrids and the online displays. It just, man, it makes things so much easier for everyone. But,
Yep.
you know, some people still like to stick to that old school style of one-to-one, signing on the dotted line, you know, all that good stuff. So,
Yeah.
all righty. Well, shall we look at some instruments?
Let's do it. All right. Can you tell us about your shirt and the special watch you got on?
Shirt and watch. Yes. You know, I've been kind of hinting about a potential thing coming up as far as watches are concerned. Sadly, that's going to be a little bit postponed maybe, but the cool part of that is I did get a new watch, and I have it on today. And this thing is insanely cool. This is a Seiko Presage Cocktail Time Manhattan. So what does all that mean? Well, the Presage is their particular line of automatic watches, so they're self-winding kind of deal. And then the Cocktail Time is every one of the watches in this collection are based on a classic cocktail. So mine is the Manhattan, but they also do like a skydiver and a gimlet and, you know, sidecar and a bunch of other classic cocktails. And so the look of the watch kind of evokes that. So mine is the Manhattan, and I don't know how good the camera's going to do on this, but let's get the angle there. There we go. You can kind of see the glowing dial there. It's not really glowing, but it's a rose gold color. It's stainless steel, but it's rose gold colored case, and then you've got the kind of the sundial effect on the face with the rose gold hands. It's got a cocktail stir for the second hand. It's got an alligator leather strap there. I mean, guys, I know the camera's not doing this thing justice, but this is just an amazingly cool watch. So, yeah, there it is. That's my new, exciting Cocktail Time watch. Yeah, fun. So there you go. I'm excited about it. Hope you are too. And then the shirt. This is one of my Daniel Cremieux shirts. Looks like a ice cream sundae. I don't know. A lot of paisleys, pinks and blues and yellows, and yeah, it looks like an ice cream sundae, I think. Or maybe like a, what is that? Rainbow sherbet. My favorite ice cream as a kid.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice and fruity. It's so light and fruity. All right, so that's the shirt, Daniel Cremieux. That's the watch. That's the game. I got my Hawaiian coffee. Thank you, Ma. Oh, and by the way, the watch. Mom and Dad and mother-in-law all contributed to this for my birthday. So I had to order it and can do all of that. So Thank you all. I love you all for this amazing watch. All right, let's dig into some horns here.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the little guy up first. Just got this in the other day. This is the Yamaha YPC62R. This is a professional series piccolo with a wave cut head joint. So first of all, little itty bitty guy. You can just stick that in your pocket. Piccolo players have got it easy. They get the smallest, lightest, pocket-sized instrument you can get, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll put this together for you and show you what we're looking at here. Just two parts, bing, bang, boom, and you're done. Gotta love it. All right. So what do we have here with the piccolo? I'm gonna hold that to the close-up camera because it's tiny, so you need to be able to see it. All right, so we have the wave cut head joint on this, which is a Yamaha proprietary design. Gives you freer airflow, less resistant, much more controlled airflow on there. Solid grenadilla wood, or also known as African blackwood. So the head joint is solid wood as well as the body. You've got undercut tone holes on this guy. I'll turn it this way so you can see the key mechanism. All nickel silver keys and then bright silver plated. This actually has a split E mechanism on it. It's kind of hard to see on a piccolo, but it's there. And that helps keep that E note in tune for you. As I said, undercut tone holes. So when we're talking about undercut tone holes, they drill the hole through the body, and then inside the body, they kind of just round off the corners or edges of that tone hole to give it, again, a smoother airflow. And then, of course, the bright silver-plated keys with the cupped or concave finger buttons there. Really elegant piccolo, great sounding. Traditional bladder pads on this. But guys, this is a fantastic piccolo. Great for all of your, your Stars and Stripes Forever and other piccolo solos out there. Great for any kind of orchestral work, solo work, and the like. I think I played during Christmas time a song by, is it Dave Valentine, I think, who did a Christmas piccolo, jazz piccolo song, which was really cool. It's on the playlist, the Wake Up with Greg playlist on Spotify, so you can check that out. But there it is. That is the Yamaha YPC for Yamaha Piccolo 62R, R for the wave cut head joint. I don't know why R, but you would think it would be W for wave cut, but whatever. We'll go with that. But there it is. Really cool, amazing, beautiful piccolo. Picked this up today on the website. Oh, and one other thing. I see Max is on there. Good morning, my brother. Great to have you with us on the show. We have the live stream chat going on, and it's always more fun on this show if we can interact with each other. So ask your questions, leave your comments, anything that you see on the show, or even things you don't, or maybe things you want to see. We can talk about it, or let me know where you're watching from in the world. We've had over 30 countries or more represented from people watching, so that's really cool. But hey, it's just fun to hang out and chat. So leave your comments. Would love to hear what's going on in your world. All right, so that's instrument number 1. And then we jump into our next segment called...
Does it have an official name? Show me the music.
Show me your music. Play me a love song. Let's hear some tunes, shall we? All right, so a few weeks ago, I played a song by a group called Slapdragon. The song was called Pool Song. Yeah. Groove grass is kind of what they position themselves as. So a modern, hip version of bluegrass, if you will. Well, it kind of got me on a little bit of a bluegrass kick, and I had a song come up. I was just playing Slapdragon, and then it kind of evolved into just Slapdragon Radio. And this group came up, or this artist, I should say, and this song is just fun and full of high energy. This is Justin Moses and his wife, Sierra Hull, two amazing mandolin players. Justin plays with Kentucky Thunder, which is Ricky Skaggs' group, and you can't be a slouch and be in Ricky Skaggs' group. I mean, that's like the upper echelon of bluegrass in the world. And then Sierra Hull is a fantastic song. She got her first record deal like 13 or something, and or maybe it was 8, and then she released her first album at 13. I don't remember. Anyway, something like that. But both amazing mandolin players. So this is a very high energy bluegrass number. The song is called Taxland. And Justin Moses also has a podcast called Cosmosis. You get it? Cosmosis. Anyway, so check that podcast out as well. Pretty cool, talking about music and all kinds of fun stuff. But here we go with Taxland by Justin Moses and Sierra Hull. Take it away, Jordan. Maybe.
One more mandolin tune. This is one Justin wrote for the new record, and let me play it with him on there. It's called Taxland. Thanks again, y'all.
like hours and years and decades of practice to have that kind of gosh. Yeah, and just like not even thinking about it. On the show. Welcome, Scott. Amazing playing. Who are these good folks? It is Justin Moses and Sierra Hall, a husband and wife duo, playing just off the charts technical skill. Absolutely love it. You can probably end it there, Jordan. That same goes. I don't know where the name Taxland came from that song, but we'll roll with it. But man, high energy. Bluegrass at its finest, upper level, mastery. I absolutely love it. So if you're not a bluegrass fan, bluegrass is an acquired taste. It's certainly an American art form, right up there with jazz for sure. Derived from a lot of other cultural folk music, certainly a lot of Irish folk music in there, probably some Swedish stuff in there as well, just a little bit of everything in there, and different rhythms. Bill Monroe, kind of the father of the American bluegrass, but there's a lot of great music in there. Of course, my favorite group of all time, Nickel Creek, which I've shared a lot on this show, and many other amazing artists, Ricky Skaggs, Alison Krauss. I mean, come on, there's just so great. And then our local folks, the Chapman Boys, they do some great bluegrass stuff as well. So, all right, so that is the song for the day. The song is called Taxland. The group is Justin Moses, featuring Sierra Hull. And so check them out. Do a deep dive and listen to some great bluegrass today. And that is my musical selection. Ta-da!
Sweet.
All right, back with the gloves. On with the gloves for instrument number 2. Let's do it. Hey, Scott Stevens, if you're still watching, where are you watching from in the world, my friend? Welcome to the show. Happy to have you here. I think I'm upside down there. Here we go. Next item up for grabs, we have ourselves an oboe. The case is kind of nondescript, nothing super fancy there. Outside case cover, just a little zippered case cover. Then we've got a wooden style case on the inside there. Max, where are you watching from? Where are you? I'm down the hall. Shut up. Just kidding. All right. So here's the next item up for grabs. This is an oboe. This is a Yamaha YOB-841LT. So what do we get with all of those numbers and bells and whistles? This is considered an intermediate model oboe. It is a modified conservatory system. Those of you in the oboe world know what that means. As far as what it means to me, there's fewer keys on a modified one than on a full conservatory, but there's more keys on it than you would find on just a student entry-level oboe. So the thing with oboes, keys are the thing. They've got thousands of keys on these things. This is a grenadilla wood oboe, silver-plated keys. Has, I don't know, a dozen or so different trill keys on it. It has the third octave key, which I only see 2 here, so you oboe players have to tell me where that third octave is. Maybe it's this side key here. I don't really know. And so forgive me for not being an oboe expert. I know I should be an expert on every single instrument that we sell, but it's kind of hard, guys. It's tough. But what I can tell you is this is an amazing piece. This is the Duet Plus model, by the way. So the Duet Plus, what that means is the upper joint, the upper section of the oboe, is the inner bore is coated with an ABS resin. So a very, very thin coating of ABS resin, which still allows the sound of the wood to come forward. However, it gives it just a little bit of an added layer of crack protection. Oboes are notorious for cracking in the upper sections because that bore is really tiny, and you get a lot of moisture in there with the double reed and so on. So they are prone to those deficiencies. But Yamaha has combated that with the Duet Plus system. In the case of this model, it's the ABS resin coating on the inside of the bore of the oboe. So I could sit here and attempt to list all of the trills and all of the auxiliary keys. I know it has 6 or 7 different auxiliary keys and, like I said, about a dozen different trill keys. But I may actually leave this one out and compare it to the next one that I'm going to show when we do that, which is the full conservatory, the YOB-841 custom model, which is their top of the line oboe. But man, this is a great oboe for any advancing oboe student to take you through high school and into college. And honestly, you can play this even beyond, I'm sure. Usually when you're in that collegiate level or symphonic level, you're wanting a full conservatory system. But this, I did mention, this has is it the low E flat vent key, I think, this little guy down here on the bottom, on the bell. Kind of looks like a clarinet a little bit, but the difference being the clarinet has a cylindrical bore and this has a conical bore. And then of course this is a double reed, whereas the clarinet is a single reed. So little pieces of information there you may not know, but the keys, to be an oboe player, you got to have tiny fingers, in my opinion. I mean, I'm just looking at these keys, and I've got, average to small, average-sized hands, and I'm not even sure that I would be comfortable with my fingers on this thing. So you got to have a light touch, but man, and it's, for me, it's just a confusing instrument. The keys don't make sense to me, but there it is. The cool thing about oboe, though, you oboe players out there will know this, and oboe is an in-demand instrument around the world for orchestras and symphonies. If you are an oboist and you excel at your instrument, you can pretty much pay for college. I mean, full ride scholarships for oboe players pretty much anywhere you want to go that has a music program. And, seats in orchestras and symphonies around the world. I remember, and this was, probably 30 years ago or so, I was looking at some ads in a music trades magazine for job openings in symphonies and whatnot for an oboe player. This was the San Francisco Opera, I think it was. And for a 6-month season, for principal oboe chair, they were offering $80,000 a year. And this was like 30 years ago. For a 6-month season.
Wow.
I mean, I can only imagine it's a lot more than that today. So if you oboe players, play your oboe, get out there, make some money. Because we saxophone players aren't going to do it. We got way too much competition out there. But oboe, bassoon, French horn, all of those more complex technical instruments, those are the ones that are in demand all around. So this is the great Yamaha YOB-841 Mark II LT, L for the duet model, and then T for the third octave key. So there you go. Check that out. Like I said, I think I'm going to leave this out because I do want to compare these side by side. So I'm just going to set this down for a minute, and then we'll get that last piece out, and then we can do a side-by-side comparison. I don't do that often on this show, so that'll be fun. Something you don't normally see.
Yeah.
All right, what's next, Mr. Jordan?
Alrighty, can you share something cool with us before we hop into that last horn?
I will leave this up to you to decide if this is cool or not. I've been partaking in a little bit of relaxing artistry, if you will, at home. I would like, at some point in my life, to actually be a painter, like to be able to paint something, Not like painting houses or painting painting bedrooms or whatever. I don't want to do that kind of painting. Artistic painting is what I'm talking about. I've taken some art classes, in school as a kid, and I just really loved it, but I never really pursued it. But I would love to do that. So I figured I'd kind of get my feet wet in it with a little painting by number. Yeah, I know it's an old school kids kind of thing. But paint by number has really kind of gotten a little crazy. So I just completed this piece, and I say completed. There's still some fine tuning I need to do to it. To some of the colors might need a second coating. But my wife got me this for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. But I'm just going to show it to you, and you can tell me what you think, if you think it's cool or not. I'm really enjoying it. We're going to unroll it there, but take a look at that.
Too big.
Too big. Here, we'll back it up. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. All right. There you go. A little focus there. Little, just a nice little beach scene with some seagulls flying over. Or maybe they're pelicans. I don't know. They're kind of ambiguous birds in the sky. But little, I don't know if it's sunrise or sunset. I'm thinking it's sunrise. We'll say this is on the East Coast somewhere. And, yeah, I mean, actually, it looks it looks a lot better on the screen than it looks in person, I think. I don't know. But I've got another one, which definitely is a sunset version, different scene altogether, but it's still a beach scene. And, man, this stuff is just fun, guys. It's relaxing. It just takes your mind completely away from any of the other garbage you're having to deal with on a daily basis. Oh, Max is watching from downstairs. Sailing takes me away. Yes, it does. To where I've always heard it could be, right? A little Christopher Cross reference there. Good job, Max. Nicely done. I did a previous piece that I think I shared on the show. It was a Frank Lloyd Wright art piece called Cactus Flowers, which I showed on this show before. So that one was a little bit simpler, pretty much, little blocks of color here and there. This one, I mean, you had to get the tiny brush and get all these little tiny reflections and stuff in the water waves there. Like I said, there's a little bit of touching up I need to do as far as, you can still see some of the numbers bleeding through, bleeding through the lighter colors, but that's my something cool for today. So hopefully maybe someday I can actually paint one of these without having to have numbers to look at and do that. So there you go. Simple and quiet, simple and sweet, simple and fun, but creative nonetheless. Get out there and create something, folks. Create some music, create some art. Write something, write a poem, write a book, the next great American novel, Make something out of wood, make something out of rocks, make something out of glass. I don't know, just craft something, make a scrapbook. Creativity, guys, isn't something that is just for the super talented. Anybody can be creative and do something. And it's good for your mind, it's good for your heart, good for your soul. And it's actually, I mean, yeah, there are massive health benefits to creating. Keeps your mind active. So anyway, that's my something cool for today. We'll set that aside. I hope you like it. And there it is. What do you think, Jordan?
That was really good. You're a good painter.
That's a beach that I want to go to.
Yeah.
Only in my imagination. I don't know where it is. All right. Let's dig into instrument number 3. This is the star of the show today. This is Yamaha's top-of-the-line oboe. And yeah, it's not inexpensive, I will tell you that. But if you are a professional player, or if you are an advanced college player, or a really advanced high school player, this would be a great oboe for you. They've stepped up the game on the case, of course. We've got 2 exterior pockets, one smaller, one bigger that you can fit all kinds of stuff in. There's also a back pocket on the back side there. And then we have the wood French style case on the inside. I did forget to mention on the both of these have what's called the American bore. And again, I'm not 100% clear on what that means, but hey, go America, right? As opposed to maybe a French bore or something to that effect. But this is the full conservatory system. And this is also a Duet model, the Duet Plus, But on this upper level instrument, they've done the upper board a little bit differently. Instead of an ABS resin coating, they've done an ebonite sleeve, an entire sleeve inside the upper joint. So ebonite is basically a fancy word for hard rubber. So carved to the correct bore dimensions and just slid inside with the tone holes cut through, and all of that. Get that bell key lined up there. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to set the case down and then bring the other one up here as well so we can do the side by side here. All right, so the YOB-841 is this guy here. Top of the line, professional grade oboe from Yamaha, and full conservatory system with every possible key and trill key combination you can think of. And just looking through here, I mean, there's just keys everywhere. And all the little, I don't even know how you find them to get them all. But I mean, look, all the extra curves, the extra holes, it's just amazing. So here's a side-by-side comparison with the 411 on top and the 841 on the bottom. Or wait, did I do that right? No, the 841 is on top, and then the other one on the bottom. So you see the one on the bottom has fewer keys and different things there. So kind of hard to get the full effect of the side-by-side here. But, we'll give it a shot. There you go. Never know which way the camera goes. Oh, that way, that way. Ta-da! Hey, there we go. All right, so let me set this one back down. We'll get back into the weeds on this one. What else can I tell you about this guy? Full conservatory, semi-automatic octave mechanism. So again, what does a semi-automatic do? It will work by itself? No, that would be a fully automatic. Semi-automatic means it works in conjunction with whatever you're doing, but yeah. One other thing on this, all of the tone holes on this are also lined with a POM resin. I don't know what POM stands for, but again, everything that they can do to make this instrument, stand the test of time and stand up to all of the rigors of professional playing for an oboe, dealing with all of that moisture. What else can I tell you about it? I think that's got it all. It's got the third octave trill key. Like I said, it's the list, honestly, of trill keys is like a half a page long of everything that it's got on here. But I don't have a diagram that shows me what's what, so I could try to point them out to you, but I don't know that it would do any good. Yeah, I'm saying a lot. Sorry for my vocalized pauses there. But this one's beyond me, guys. I can dig in super deep into the weeds on a saxophone. Even could do pretty good on a trumpet. But oboe, that's one that is it is an alien to me. It is a mystery. But we've got them, and we would be happy to get them into your hands. And for those of you who know your oboe, you know that this is a quality piece. So we just got this in just recently from Yamaha, part of that Shokunin program I've been talking about a lot on here. All you educators out there, all you top players, come on in and check this puppy out. Give me a call. Make an appointment with me. We can sit down and I can put it in your hands and you can tell me all about it. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind here. All right, so there it is. That is the final instrument of the day, the Yamaha YOB-841LT for the Duet Plus with the third octave. Check it out. All right, guys, that's my third instrument for the day. I'm just going to leave that there so you can kind of marvel at that while we wrap up the show here. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan?
Can you share some wisdom with us?
I can. Some nice wisdom. This one comes from the, what would you call him, a new age piano artist, really popular in the 80s and 90s. A gentleman by the name of Yanni. Yeah, you ever heard of him? The guy with the hair, like massive Grecian, like Greek god looking hair. Anyway, phenomenal player. But he says this about music. He says, truth is the number one element in whatever you do with music. Truth is the number one element in whatever you do with music. If it doesn't have truth, folks, what's the point? You got to have truth. It's got to speak truth, and it will if it comes truly from within you. That's my little addition to the wisdom there. Isn't that special?
There you go.
There you go. All right, so that's from Mr. Yanni himself. His last name, he goes by his first name because his last name is unpronounceable. One of those long Greek names that only the Greek can pronounce, apparently. All right, so guys, that's the show. Thank you for being here. I am always appreciative of the time that you spend with me. It really means a lot, and I know it's a lot to ask you guys to spend a half hour, 45 minutes with me every week. So I greatly appreciate it. Let me leave you with this parting thought. Oh, and just to remember, check us out tomorrow at 9:30 for What's on the Bench with Rufus, and we'll be there. But let me leave you with this, guys. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.